Jordan Moore on USCTrojans.com with the new commissioner of the Pac-10, Larry Scott. Larry, what is your mission statement as you start the job?
Well, I came in to really try to transform the Pac-10, which has got a storied history, a lot of excellence, but to try to make sure we get the kind of recognition, exposure, and success that the conference deserves. So in a nutshell, that's what this is all about.
You ended up adding 2 teams. There was talk of maybe adding 6. Do you view it as a disappointment? Where do you want to go with expansion?
Well, if you would have asked me a year ago how I'd feel about moving to 12, adding Colorado and Utah, and being on the verge of some huge uplift in our TV revenues, having a football championship and all that, I would have said, thrilled, sign me up for that. Now, in the meantime, a bigger opportunity, game-changing opportunity of getting the 16 happen. So I think it's fair to say we definitely felt some disappointment when that didn't happen, but we were prepared with multiple scenarios and quickly moved on to lock in our 12, which is really going to elevate the status, the national exposure, and the revenue that our schools are getting. We're now, as a 12-team conference, we're in 6 states. We're in 7 of the top 35 media markets in the country. We're now in multiple time zones, 18.5 million cable households in our footprint, and these are all the things I'm going to use when we go to the market to sign our TV deals.
We've heard rumors of a north-south split, a zipper split. Care to tell us how you plan to break these teams up?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different options floating around. I'm determined to make sure whatever we come up with makes sense for fans and is equitable in terms of the way the conference is laid out competitively and otherwise. Beyond that, we're still hearing from the schools about their concerns about equities on recruiting and financially. But everyone seems to be concerned about being in LA. That seems to be where the action is, and that's a central focus of the conversation is access to LA.
Well, we're in LA, and things have been changing a lot around here too. Have you been happy with the new regime at USC? Tell us about your interaction with them.
Well, I've enjoyed getting to know Coach Kiffin. We've had a good rapport. I've had several conversations over his first few months and spent a lot of time over the last couple of days during this East Coast media tour and flying back here. And I think he's off to a great start. Really impressed by the way he's handling some of the situations he's had to deal with. Seems to me he feels at home, culturally, kind of back where he belongs, and just to see the rapport that he's got with the other coaches is terrific. And I'm enjoying our dialogue. What's important to me is that we have a good, open, trusting relationship, and I feel great about what his stewardship of the USC football program is going to be like, and looking forward to having new AD Pat Hayden in our meetings tomorrow. That we're having here. We're having our first AD meeting in a few months, and we're going to be talking about divisional structure and all that, so looking forward to working with Pat.
Lastly, your logo is prominently displayed pretty much everywhere here in the Rose Bowl. What's been the initial reactions? Well,
I love the reaction that we're getting, particularly from the players that are here. That's our target audience. It's about the next generation of Pac-10 fans, and the reaction I've been getting is that it's cool, it's dynamic, it's young, it's got energy, and it reflects, kind of West Coast cool. And those are some of the things we were hoping for.
That's the man who's going to take the Pac-10 into the new era, Larry Scott on USCTrojans.com.